How's it going, YouTube? Spikesmth here, chilling. What's up? So, ShockofGod is a piece of shit and a pathological liar. So the other night, I guess, Cult of Dusty and ShockofGod were going to have a debate, and for whatever reason, Cult of Dusty couldn't get his technical issues worked out. And so I was in the chat room because I was interested. I wanted to witness this. And, basically I foolishly said that I would debate ShockofGod. And now I know this was a mistake, because you can't debate somebody who doesn't listen to your points and who intentionally misrepresents everything you say so that he can claim victory and so forth. So, you know how he does. He likes to, as soon as he wins one of these debates, he'll make a video and gloat about it. 42 atheists in a row have lost to me. It's like, dude, fuck you, man. You bring out the same old fucking arguments. You have nothing original, and they're all bullshit arguments anyway. So let's review his video about my foolish and honestly not so great debate. Hit it.
Now, this was the most bizarre debate I have ever had versus an atheist.
It's only bizarre because I don't give you the answers you want or expect from me. So, fuck you, number one.
So I've been debating atheists one right after another in the debate room, and shockingly, not one of them has had any arguments of why we should believe God doesn't exist.
Now, you say that we don't have arguments, but it's exactly the same as saying that there's no fossil record, okay? Just because you don't want to see it and you don't want to listen doesn't mean that we don't have arguments, okay? My arguments were, your theistic arguments are crap, okay? And you should have skepticism and don't just believe shit because it's in a book. And later on you're going to say, well, opinions don't matter. Well, guess what? The Bible's opinion doesn't matter. Theistic opinions don't matter. I care about fucking evidence and repeatable logic, empirical fucking reality.
He cusses a lot and he's real angry. He makes the amazing atheist look conservative.
All right, here he's talking about Cult of Dusty. So, Dusty, listen to this. Compliments.
That's how foul-mouthed Cult of Dusty is. But it would make for a great debate when I defeat him in debate, which I surely would. Not because of my talent or anything like that, because I'm just a sinner saved by grace.
Well, you got one part right. You're definitely a sinner, okay? You don't respect other people's opinions, which, to be fair, actually isn't a sin. I wonder why. But you bear false witness, you fucking liar piece of shit. And isn't pride a sin as well? Fucking hypocrite.
And this guy's name was Dank. There's a motorcycle guy here. Let's see what he's on. Dank something. D-A-N-K-E. Dank Darkness, or can't remember what it was. Dank.
At least get my name right, you fucking idiot. It's not that hard. It's Dank Aroma. Dank Aroma.
The guy gets on, and I go through the cosmological argument, the teleological argument, the proof and evidence of the historicity of Jesus Christ, objective values.
First, the cosmological argument is simply an argument from ignorance and a god of the gaps. Scientists don't know what happened before the Big Bang, even though you like to quote them so much, even though you obviously have no clue what they're actually talking about or what their actual conclusions they draw mean or how they got to them. But to claim that you know that some divine intelligence or being was before the Big Bang or set it off, you're claiming to have knowledge that you simply cannot possess, and you cannot claim that you have it and still be honest. So that's a lie to, follow that argument. The teleological argument is, fine-tuning is irrelevant because we live in this universe and the constants are as they are. So I'm really not concerned about a universe where gravity is 0.2% stronger or weaker. What relevance is that? We're talking about a hypothetical imagination. I care about what's real, okay? Let's talk about this universe. And as it is, it's still not designed for humanity or life, given the incomprehensible volumes of space that are utterly uninhabitable. Fucking idiot. Okay, now the historicity of Jesus is bullshit also. There's no contemporary account of his living at all. The first thing written about him was more than a generation after. Okay, now I can flip this on you and say, okay, the Chinese Shang dynasty led by Tang of Shang. Okay, he kicked ass in China, and you know what? People made divine claims about him. Okay, now was he actually empowered by a divine power? No, he was a good leader and killed a bunch of people and unified his people. Okay, historicity, right? Fuck, that's retarded. And objective morality. It can't possibly exist. Okay, is it wrong for a stone to steal a stone from another stone on Mars? Is it wrong for an animal to kill his competitor's young? Is it wrong? Is that objectively morally wrong? No. Morals are inherently subjective to humans, we are clearly not objective beings. So that's bullshit too. Now proceed with your lies. Let's go.
He agrees with me that objective values exist. So objective values goes on my side of the debate.
You're fucking lying, Shock. I never said objective values exist. I said that I was a humanist, and therefore my morals come with whatever action maximizes the well-being of mankind as a whole and the individuals within it. Okay? That is not an agreement that objective values exist. And when we talked about the specific examples of rape or torturing babies, I said that yes, essentially 100% of the time that would be wrong, because there's no way to maximize the well-being of humanity while doing those behaviors. But I specifically left open the hypothetical situation that, if it was to save all of mankind and someone had to be raped to save mankind, that would be a hard question, and I actually would strongly consider doing it, because the needs of the many generally outweigh the needs of the few. So you're lying, and you're misrepresenting what I said.
He agrees that what Jesus said could be true.
Shock. Agreeing that something could be true is in no way an assertion that I positively believe that it is true. It just isn't. I was just acknowledging the possibility that a guy named Jesus actually said that shit, and whatever. It could be true. I don't think it is, but it could be. I could be wrong, because I'm honest, unlike some people.
He agrees that God could exist.
Just because a guy said some shit that could be true has nothing to do with the existence of a supreme being, a god, supernatural, anything. So fuck you. Again, you're lying and misrepresenting.
But in one part of the debate, and this is where the debate goes bizarre, he says, well, it could be, I believe a God could exist, but it could be a natural God.
Now, I don't expect that you would do this, but please upload the raw recording of what I actually said. I'm pretty sure it was something along the lines of, if a God were to exist, it would have to be a natural God, because there simply is no reason to believe that anything supernatural could, does, did, or ever would exist. Okay? A natural God, plausible, I guess, although I would require evidence to actually believe it. But I was simply acknowledging that you could call something a God if it was a natural thing, an existing thing in the universe. But again, you don't want to listen to any subtlety or nuance, okay? You have to lie to misrepresent your opponent's claims in order to maintain your delusional Christian superiority complex or whatever the fuck. Fuck you.
I asked the guy, well, give us some arguments why you believe God could be a natural God that doesn't do supernatural things, right? Like a natural God. And
I don't have to give you any arguments for a natural God. You have to give me arguments for a supernatural God, and the ones that you've given me were not satisfactory in the least, okay?
Everyone in the conference room heard him say that. At this point, he goes ballistic on the microphone and starts using the F word, cussing me out.
Simply admitting the plausibility of a natural God in no way obligates me to defend that position. It is a hypothetical, possible scenario. Okay? It does not represent what I actually believe is true. So again, you're fucking misrepresenting what I'm saying.
It was like he was demon possessed.
I guess to a Christian, demon-possessed means having a brain and also having emotions, and getting frustrated when your opponent intentionally and repeatedly lies about what you just said, and then you claim, well, the whole chat heard you say it. Well, they, of course, they're your little dick-sucking fuck buddies, so of course they're going to agree with what you say. But, again, I implore you, please upload the raw recording of that, since you claim you have it, so that we can see what I actually did say. Do it. Do it. I dare you. Fucking triple dog, fuck you in the ass, dare you.
And he's like, you effing Christians. He was really mad.
I don't know why you're so surprised about this. I mean, pretty much every atheist I know shares the same feeling about you. But you're so completely unaware of this because you surround yourself with your little yes men that, of course, you would have no awareness of a grander perspective or varying opinions. Okay, and I know you don't respect them because you have to lie about them to maintain your own delusional fucking reality. Fuck you.
So I asked the guy, but you don't give any arguments for it. Give me some arguments. He didn't have any, guys. He clearly lost the debate.
There are as many valid arguments for a natural God as there is for your supernatural Christian God, okay? I win the debate. Final word. End of time. Forever. I'm the supreme victor. Ain't nothing you can do to fuck with it, all right? I win. Period. See how easy it is to just claim you win? Fucking idiot.
He started cussing at me in the middle of the debate, well, even saying effing Christians. And he, just flipped out. Like a poor loser.
You know what else ShockofGod said in the debate? He said that he admired Anders Breivik and wished that he killed more people. And if it were to happen again, he said that he would actually help him plan and execute these terrible attacks in the name of Jesus. ShockofGod actually said that. He said that. Look it up. Look it up. I have it in recording. I swear.
Okay, now here's the key. He had absolutely no arguments for atheism.
That is another lie because, all right, first of all, atheism is not a positive claim. There's no burden of proof. It's up to you to prove that your imaginary friend is an imaginary. And so far, I'm unconvinced. Now, I also brought up the point that, we should expect evidence of a God, right? I mean, he created the universe, supposedly, so we should expect evidence. And we do not find it. So in that sense, if there should be evidence and we do not find it, that in itself is evidence of absence, okay? Now, philosophy people might disagree with this, but philosophy is generally bullshit anyway. So I'm looking for the evidence. You don't have it. You just have a bunch of metaphysical dream state bullshit that is not convincing to someone who believes and exists in reality.
Zero, nada, zilch, none. He didn't give us any reasons why we should believe God doesn't exist. In fact, he said everything Jesus said could be true.
There you go, Shock. I mean, I'm sure you've heard this a billion times, and I know you're impervious to new information or opposing viewpoints, but give me reason and evidence that Zeus is not real. Prove it. Prove that Zeus is not real. Prove that Scientology is not the true religion and that Xenu will destroy your soul forever. Prove that that is not the case, okay? That's not how proof fucking works. And it's dishonest to claim that it does. And of course, because you're a Christian, the only way you can maintain your mental state is to lie about it. Even, I know you think you're being honest, but everyone else sees you're a fucking liar.
Well, if everything Jesus said could be true, then he's positing that God exists.
You see what he does there? Do you see this? By saying, okay, I guess possibly what Jesus said could be true, therefore I'm positing that God exists. What? No. Okay, a guy named Jesus could say the sky is blue, therefore I'm assuming God is real. No, it does not follow. I don't understand your logic, or illogic. This is not logic. What am I even talking about? Shock, you are a liar.
This last debate, number 42, the guy said it could be a natural God. Then when I said, well, give us some arguments for that, you just can't claim it. You have to say, and here's why. That's how you debate.
I still maintain that, yeah, I guess there could be a natural God. But I'm not making that assertion. I'm simply admitting that I don't know everything, and that is one plausible scenario possible. I don't even know if it's plausible, and it's equally as valid as a supernatural God, or no God at all, an eternal universe, or a spontaneously arising universe from nothing. And I cited the Lawrence Krauss lecture, A Universe from Nothing, and I'll bet anybody $500 that as of this point, Shock of God has not watched that lecture, and I'm not going to bet it, but I doubt that he ever will, because in that lecture, Larry Krauss explains how, from what we do understand through cosmological data, that yes, right now they do think the universe did essentially come from nothing. Although nothing is a very strange term when you're talking about Big Bang time and Planck times and all that shit, but whatever.
Opinions are worthless.
Ah, see, opinions are worthless. So I guess you should shut the fuck up and fuck off, Shock of God. The Bible's opinion's worthless, your opinion's worthless, my opinion's worthless, but empirical data and repeatable experiments are not worthless. They're the only way that we can actually increase our understanding of the nature of reality. And, you fucking deny that. So, have fun with your little imaginary friend and your little Christian circle jerks, but you're not convincing anybody. And in fact, you just make yourself and your friends look bad by being a pathological liar and overall dick about everything.
Why are they afraid to debate me? I'm going to tell you why. It's because I'm an ex-atheist, I'm a Christian theist, and I can prove that atheism is full of crap.
Shock. Nobody is afraid to debate you. The problem is you don't have debate because you ignore your opponent's opposing views, you misrepresent them, and then you get a pat on the back from all your little Christian buddies who say, oh yeah, he believes in a natural God. No, I don't. Never said it like that. And by ignoring all nuance and the details, you basically are just admitting that you have no linguistic comprehension. You're a fucking retard, okay? There's no other nice way to say it. I'm sorry. So, Dankaroma, Spikesmth, not afraid of Shock of God, calling him out for lying about what I said, and a challenge to Shock, upload the audio of what I said if you claim you have it, all right? And if you don't, then that's an admission that you are a liar, okay? So that's a challenge. Bring it, bitch. Have motherfucking science.